When people succeed, it is because of hard work. Luck has nothing to do with success. The Lord helps those who help themselves. When you win, you don't get carried away. But if you go step by step, with confidence, you can go far. My mother thinks I am the best. And I was raised to always believe what my mother tells me. I'm alive and I want to keep living. I am black or white, I'll never be gray in my life. I am Maradona, who makes goals, who makes mistakes. I can take it all, I have shoulders big enough to fight with everybody. Messi scores a goal and celebrates. Cristiano scores a goal and poses like he's in a shampoo commercial. Even if there was a hand, it was the hand of God. I have seen the player who will inherit my place in Argentine football and his name is Messi. Messi is a genius. God makes me play well. That is why I always make the sign of the cross when I walk out onto the field. I feel I would be betraying him if I didn't. Money is not a motivating factor. I do what comes to me at that moment. Messi I think is like me, he is the best in the world along with Ronaldinho. If you don't want to play clean football then go up into the stands. The goal was scored a little bit by the hand of God, another bit by the head of Maradona. I hate everything that comes from the United States. I hate it with all my strength. To see the ball, to run after it, makes me the happiest man in the world. Everybody in Argentina can remember the hand of God in the England match in the 1986 World Cup. Now, in my country, the hand of God has brought us an Argentinian Pope. I gave all I had. Now I want to enjoy my family. Of course in the first matches you are more careful, perhaps more careful than you should be. When God decides it's time, I guess he'll come for us. You were only a goalkeeper. What I love most about Norway is you ladies. Back home I'm used to fat and hairy women journalists. Carlitos is amazing. He does what he wants with the Arabs. He tells them I want to go to Buenos Aires and they say no, Carlitos, stay here now, we'll give you more money. And then he gets more money. The problem is that they are all stars at Madrid. You need someone to carry the water to the well. Pelé should go back to the museum. There would be no debate about who was the best footballer the world had ever seen, me or Pelé. Everyone would say me. Many people agree with me that many things are not clear in football these days and it is not something people who watch football deserve. The situation will be the same while football is run by people who do not understand football. At the moment there are some England players who are the stars of their club teams, but not for their country. It's difficult to explain. I am and I always will be a drug addict. A person who gets involved in drugs has to fight it every day. The Manchester Derby is bigger and more important than El Clasico. He's a leader and is offering lessons in beautiful football. He has something different to any other player in the world. All the people that criticized me should eat their words. If I could apologize and go back and change history I would do. But the goal is still a goal. Argentina became world champions and I was the best player in the world. I'll be too old to face a difficult championship as the one in America will surely be. Something that just came out of me. It was a bit of mischief. It was as if we had beaten a country, more than just a football team. I'm not desperate, but I know that someday I'll be the coach again of some team. I'd give my life to be the national team coach. People who say that only young people voted on the internet, those who didn't see Pelé play, forget that children are not orphans. There's always a father who buys the computer and perhaps influences their vote. I won the people's vote. Things are neither clear nor clean in the world of football right now, and many people recognize this reality. I have 23 top players and they are all ready to put on the jersey and work on the pitch, and that makes you happy, and then you have peace of mind. While the coach is entitled to celebrate the team's victories, there is a manner and a way of doing so without aggravating the opponent. I certainly have an advantage over some because I can pass on so much from the World Cups I played in. Lastly, the greatest footballer of all times credited all the match results to the will of God, and being an ardent believer asserted, in the end, it is about whether God wants us to be in the final, but I know that is what God wants. This time we will not need the hand of God, because it is the will of God. That is all the acceptance we need to tackle the good and bad at the end of each day. While the coach is entitled to celebrate the team's victories, there is a manner and a way of doing so without aggravating the opponent. You can say a lot of things about me, but you can never say I don't take risks. If I could apologize and go back and change history, I would do. But the goal is still a goal. Argentina became world champions and I was the best player in the world. Beckham is a nice man and I'm sure he will reach 100 appearances for England. But he is just a good player, nothing more. I'll be too old to face a difficult championship as the one in America will surely be. In the beginning, drugs make you euphoric. It's like winning a championship, so you think, who cares about tomorrow, since I won the championship today. If Pelé is Beethoven, I am the Ron Wood, Keith Richards and Bono of football all rolled into one. Because I was the passionate side of football. Football doesn't bother me, but what surrounds it does. It bothers me that there are directors who work harder for a photo opportunity than for the club. Reaching the penalty box and not getting in a shot on goal is like dancing with your sister. Madness is terrifying. In the clinic I felt like Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. In the clinic there's a guy who thinks he's Robinson Crusoe and no one believes I'm Maradona. Soccer is the most beautiful and healthy sport in the world. Soccer shouldn't have to pay for my mistakes. It's not the ball's fault. Have you noticed how exuberant Cristiano Ronaldo looks? He scores a goal and sells you shampoo. He is more fake than a light blue dollar. They cut off my legs and wouldn't let me defend myself. I didn't use drugs, I don't know what happened, I swear that I wasn't doped, but I see that they don't care. I was hanging by a thread. I started to enter the tunnel of death, and Boca fans pulled me back, and behind them came fans of River, San Lorenzo, Racing, Huracan, Independiente. No matter what happens, and no matter who is in charge, the number 10 shirt will always be mine. Poverty is bad, it's difficult, I knew it well. You want lots of things and all you can do is dream about them. It would be nice if there were more justice, if those who have a lot had a little less.